I've been itching for this to come all week, basically. I knew I was going to be having a wee bit more capital come my way to try and just get that gallery I've got just to the sweet spot. I think I've done really well with the buys I've got so far, and I'm just missing a few more pieces to the puzzle, and we can really kick on. So I thought we'd do a live stream just to kind of show how this power hour works. Let you see how the transactions, IPOs, all that kind of stuff actually plays out live in person. You can stick around here for as long as you want. Jump in, come back, when you see when the auctions are going live or whatever. Got a few targets that we've set. I'll kind of walk you through what I'm maybe thinking as we get closer to certain auctions. I'm not going to give everything away right off the bat. But yeah, so I'll take you through the players we've got who's live here, and if there's anything that really jumps out. But the theme for the night is they've called it Manager's Choice. So it's just the top 60 cards that are followed, that are in circulation, that can be distributed. They've put out there for IPO tonight. So it's the top 60, which is great. So with it being the top 60, there will be some players that people already have and they're not too excited about. And then there'll be some players, like I'll look at the majority of these, I don't own them, so I could really have my pick of a few in terms of where I'm going to focus my attention on. Whereas, for example, if I had like 10 of these players already, then straight away those 10 wouldn't be available as anything I would get excited about. So there'll be a little bit of that going on tonight, hopefully. I think the hike we've had in Ethereum recently, I think means smaller budgets might stay quite limited in this. I think you might need to have a few coins to be able to actually get the top end ones. This guy I've never heard of before, but this guy's coming in blue and he's one of the top 60 followed players. A 22-year-old goalkeeper, probably in season as well with his team. He could be a good one, but it will probably cost a few quid. Information's a bit unknown. I'm not going to go and check that out just yet. The guys like Sol Niguez, Jonathan Oconee, Clive, they're all kind of the mainstays of the teams that are licensed at the moment, which is fine. It's what you expect. I did notice that there's quite a lot on Leon, is what it felt like to me when I was kind of scrolling through. I didn't get the whole way through before starting the stream because I thought I would just go and get us live and get it rolling and pick up from there. Tavares, I've seen a few guys pick this guy up on Twitter and whatnot. It seems to be well thought of, certainly. The blues is the first thing I'm kind of looking for because I'm, with the amount I've put in, I would quite happily buy one big blue player. I've seen the Cherkeys here already. All the obvious ones are here, but it's just seeing who's red and who's blue. And the running order means a bit as well, because if a big card comes out quite quickly, like a blue Ruben Diaz is a really, really good card. Fabio Silva, he's quite highly followed. Maxwell. Boubacar Kamara, super rare against a defender. I got a Trippier really cheap, which I was quite happy about. But I need another blue to kind of go. He's a good blue to have, I think. Especially with Champions League coming up, I'm really happy to have him. But I need another good blue, and I need a top goalkeeper, I think. And then I've got a really strong situation I'm in. All these players, I'd love to own all of them. Here's the big ones towards the end. So we'll probably notice an hour from now or so, basically from 10 o'clock, you get Cherky, Havertz, Felix, War, Dembele, All Black, Depay, all basically going down at the same time. This is going to be absolutely mental. I own Depay already, so I'm not going to be chasing him down, but the other ones, if it was I want a blue forward, those ones would be, really good reds potentially to own, especially in longer term. But I would want this. That's all it's loaded up so far. I think more will come more. I think we'll get another batch probably released as we get to like 9 o'clock GMT, 8 o'clock UTC, because that's when they say power hour starts. I think there'll still be some cards that will get issued after that. Like right on the hour, that will run for the hour, I think. So a good haul. It starts off at a good pace. I say early on, I don't think there's too much. The Odysseus Vlachodimos, I would be interested in at the right price. Because I do need another goalkeeper, and I do see him, but I need somebody who's going to be playing sooner rather than later. Because I've got some good Belgian and French players, but my goalkeeper, I've got Schubert, German league. I've got Cisniga, backup American league, and Paul Lopez, Serie A, Europa League. Yeah, sure, but he's a common, so it does kind of limit me. in terms of the goalkeeper output, because sometimes it will be small, but if it's then, maybe even, I've had it before with Paul Lopez, it being like minus 0.1 or something like that, and then it times it by 2.4, and it just hurts having like a negative score for a goalkeeper amplified. So I need a goalkeeper that's going to be bringing in positive numbers, and when it is, it's getting a good reward like a rare card would offer us. So go check the comments section, see who's all here. What's the difference between the red and the blue cards from Kean? So Kean, the red cards, there's 100 of them maximum, and the blue cards maximum is 10 of them per player. Now, that's the first difference. The second one is you'll see there's a little multiplier. So with the reds, it starts off when it's brand new. It's a level 0. See the wee blue 0 underneath the cards there? So it's brand new. The multiplier 7.2. As that levels up, that multiplier goes up in line with that. The blue cards, their multiplier starts at 14.4. So they just start at a much higher base, and then obviously they go up from there. So they're just much more powerful in terms of you do like your footstock equivalent, your entry into the amateur league or the pro league or whatever. They've got an amplification factor on them depending on the scarcity and the rank that you've used that card, and you've earned your XP to push it up. So it's got a little it's a little bit of a computer game element in there as well, which I like, because if there is only 10 of this card in existence and you've got the only one that's maxed out level wise, then that's what any collector is shooting for, but it doesn't matter what you're thinking about. Don't forget the bundles. Mark, great catch there. And you've answered a bit of the question as well, which is brilliant. Banzai Boy, and yeah, sweet, good stuff. So yeah, so I'm after a blue because I've got a blue Trippier. I'll show you my gallery. We'll see what you guys think of what I've got. You'll see the prices. Now, the prices, it displays it in Ethereum because that's what I've bid with, and it also shows an accurate exchange rate on the pound or the dollar or whatever it's going to display for me at time of purchase, which is good for historical records. But we've got a Pity Gonzalez and Eddie Segura. We picked them up this week because I've been after Eddie Segura since it came out, and Pity Martinez, I think I got him at a good price because he's not named Pity in this, he's called Gonzalo. So I think I maybe caught a few people sleeping on him. £45 I think is brilliant for him. Goes up with my Jesus Medina, getting him for $24 or fucking pound or whatever. He's been brilliant for me. Jean-Philippe, you'll probably know. Jorginho was a reward. Trippier, I got that Trippier for $57 or whatever that is in pounds, like 52 quid or 49 quid or something. Can't remember. And he's going to be brilliant for me. I like Trippier a lot. Two young guys from the Belgian league, Zinho Van Hoesten, who I've followed for a wee bit for Football Index reasons. Kylian Sardella, the heir apparent to Vincent Kompany. Go check him out if you want to know what I'm talking about. Diatta seems a never present for Bruges. I'm happy with him. Mats Daly, an old Football Manager favourite of mine. Johnny Russell, you should know. Schubert, young goalkeeper at Schalke. Nubel's just left for Bayern. Cisniga, young Mexican goalkeeper at LAFC. Alan Cruz, Depay. Danny Wilson and ZLLM, they're both cheapest chips. The pair of them, they've not really done much for me. Danny Wilson was eligible for one game and get sent off and get banned for the other ones. So that was, £2 didn't do much for me, but I've got him. Chancellor Mbemba was my reward for buying 5 rares. I got him for free, and they did amazing in the cup final the other day, scored 2 goals. Wish it was like bloody game for this, but that'd have been great. Bruno Guimaraes, we love. Carlos Soler, can take it or leave him. Quite happy with him. Ferran Torres, yes. Lee Kang-in, I think he'll be brilliant next year. Gianluca Mancini, an old Football Index favourite of mine. Jordan Larson needs no explanation or introduction. Gabriel Magalhaes as well, top defender. And then I've got my 3 cards, what I got for nothing. I got Vlasic and Saul, I was really happy with. And Ronaldo. CR7. Boom, boom, boom. Love it. So yeah, that's what I'm sitting with now. So I need another goalkeeper. Promise there's not that much goalkeeper presence there. The only blue being Trippier is okay for now, but I need another blue, and in my opinion, that I need one that's probably not even going to be here tonight, which leaves me in a funny position. Because well, what do I buy then if I don't get the absolute thing that I'm after? Then what am I going to get? That's the call we've got to make. If I got something like Diego Rossi, I'd be absolutely buzzing, but the budget I've got there, I don't see that happening. But yeah, so there's a few options. We're going to scroll down and just see if there's any more came out since no, we're not quite there, but yeah, we might still be another batch coming out live. If you're in the comment section, come and say hi, let me know you're here. Sardella Company. Well, Sardella, you know, if you look at if you look at Sardella's appearances, they're always alongside Vincent Company in that Anderlecht team. And for the ages, and it's not as if that's the only centre back he could have played with himself. He's chosen, in my opinion, anyway, from what I've seen, which I can find on our website and you can as well, is it appears to be every time Sardella plays, every time it's with Vincent Company. You know, is he heir apparent? Is what I said. You know, I'm not saying he's as good as or will be or whatever, but you know, something like that does definitely pique my interest, certainly, and make me interested. Potential is always good value, especially when it comes to football. But we also need here and now results, you know. So you've always got to have that kind of blend. I think Football Index, Footstock, SoRare, anything. You've always got to have that blend of something that's working for you now and something that you know you're going to sit on and reap the rewards for further down the road. You know, be patient with. Goalkeepers, I think all the main all the best goalkeepers that you would want are here as well. You know, so what goalkeeper do we eye up? Alban Lafont is probably my number one target. I'm not the only one that's going to be saying that, I'm sure. He's after Vlachodimos, which makes it a bit risky for me to go for him, and I think he's after Anthony Lopez. So if I'm going to go for him, I'm kind of all or nothing on him. Oblak at the end. You'd probably take up my whole budget. Oblak, I'd love him, but best he has to be. No matter how many clubs they go and license, for me, Oblak would be the first goalkeeper I would buy. I think, you know, Havertz as well. Sherkree, you can't not do well with them at this moment in time. But no, I think that's I think that's the end of the Power Hour still. But again, we're still before the start of the official Power Hour itself. So I think there might be a last little on the hour batch that might get released. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's how it will go. I think we'll get another little. I've not counted the cards up actually. That would help. If you know if that's all 60 out, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Because I'm not going to sit here and count them. To be quite honest with you, there's a lot of really good players here. If you've got started in this already, and you're gonna get a feeling for, because I remember like when I first opened my gallery, I thought I was really happy with my commons, and I thought, brilliant, I could probably just ride on commons for a while. You know, Ronaldo, Vlasic, I looked at his stats and right away I knew, right, he's going to be good. And Saul Niguez, but I didn't have any defenders. And I had Paul Lopez, which is great, but I didn't have any defenders. I thought, shit, I need to go buy a defender. Went and got Mancini, because he was cheap enough and I knew enough about him, and I was paired with Lopez, I suppose. So I was quite happy with that. And then since then, I've gradually just bought another player here, bought another one there, and then started to get a bit more strategic with it in terms of hunting some people out. Auctions are definitely the way to go, I think, when you're building and starting out. And as you get cards, I think trading is something that you can make massive advantages on, depending on who you're talking to. That's why the Discord as well. If you're not involved, if you are on SoRare and you're watching this and you're not involved in the Discord, you really need to get on that, because like, you can just interact with absolutely everyone that's involved in this, and you can make all sorts of discussions, and you can trade. You know, you can literally say, listen, can't buy that off you, or listen, I'll swap you my Kang in for your whatever. I no problem, and just swap them over. And you know, so there's a good way to trade around that way. So what's valuable to you might not be valuable to somebody else, and vice versa. And if you can make things happen, then there's a lot of possibilities of this, which is great. And the main thing, honestly, I've been really sucked into this the last like month, basically. It's just the whole scarcity aspect. I just can't get away from it. You know, like the fact that there is only a limited amount, and if I own one and there's only 3, then I have power over, you know, that price if somebody wants to buy them from me, you know, or I want to sell them. And that's something that's well valuable when it comes to trading and all the other stuff that we've been doing on the channel for the last 2 years. You know, that supply and demand element is becoming ever more apparent, so important. The Diego Costa straight out the bat is going for 263, which is good. He is a backup goalkeeper. Now, see the Porto main goalkeeper, you can go buy him right now for 0.18. It might be gone by now, but I was looking at him earlier last night and today, and he's like a level 4 or something like that. He's a 1.8. He's 31. It's his first season in Europe, and Porto won everything, and he was a really good. He's got a really good rate for clean sheets and stuff, you know. So depends what you're after, what you're shopping for in your goalkeeper. This guy's got a lot of potential from the looks of it. He did play the last couple of games of the season, which I know has made people interested in thinking, right, well, maybe he's next. And he could be. And if he is, then getting him there, I suppose, and be able to rank him up is not a bad position to be. One thing I am keeping myself very aware of is that these cards are all about to go out of season. in terms. Well, it's funny, right? Because I've noticed that's happened on some of my cards already, but the French league, I don't know if I've missed an announcement or something. So again, if I have, feel free to drop it in the comment section. But so I'm aware of that when I'm paying prices for people today. So I'm thinking, currently inspired by that All Black comment, do you think adding new clubs devalues existing? So I was on a wee point now. I'll come back to it in a second. Yeah, if you do know about the French league, are they, kicking it? They have to issue new cards at new season, I suppose. Anyway, so I think Bobby Biscoe, that will happen by matter of fact, depending on, So when it comes to collecting anything, you can talk about this with football stuff, right? So let's say you've got like a blue Memphis Depay, right? What devalues a blue Memphis Depay in terms of having more clubs involved and more things in circulation is players at his level. You know what I mean? So if they start, let's say the next 5 clubs that they washed in were Montpellier. I'm just making this up, right? Montpellier, Villarreal, Brescia, Frankfurt, and Burnley. Right, let's say they were the 5 clubs that the next bled in. Memphis Depay's price probably wouldn't really actually be affected by that very much because there's not anyone in his kind of category or his level. But other players like goalkeepers, for example, are run-of-the-mill good, defensive players, or that they will devalue each other in a sense that because there's more variety, there's more available. So it's about it's about knowing where you're shopping and where you're putting your money. And there's a lot of this that's really low risk, but it's not that exciting. So like there's players you can get on auction for like £4, £5 that nobody wants, and they can pay off for you. You can certainly enter tournaments with them in the right combination in the right game week. You could definitely win stuff, I would imagine. But yeah, so that's a big answer to your question. I hope you're happy with that. Diego Costa, however, this is similar. Yeah, so this is IPOs, Kean. This is the only way IPOs happen. Promise game time to play the cup final. Yep. 2020 cards so there'll be 2020 cards. They should be in the pipeline. That's what I was saying about France. Is I'm not, because I've got some cards where see the little hourglass that tells you what season, if it's in season or not. And I've had cards where that's left and other cards where it hasn't. It went for 319 in the end. Wow. And the Koke, that's a really good price for a Koke, by the way. Because Koke is so underrated because he's not lightning quick, but he is a really good midfielder for Atletico Madrid. He's going to play 30-40 games a season and be involved in goals and whatnot. So that's a really good price. Because he's 27, he can't play under 23s. It's the same kind of football index, footstock bias where young equals good. Sometimes, 26 to 27 is prime, so get a player like that for 50 quid. You're not going to get Florian Thauvin for that price, for example. And Thauvin the now, Jesus, I'd really like a Thauvin. I'd love a blue Thauvin. But the price he's going for is so valuable. I think we all know that the problem with me and Thauvin, the reason I don't even hesitate not to pay that, because it's just his injury record's so spotty. And I know I'll miss out because he will be fit, but I do know that Messi, the GOAT, has got both the first 2. Wow, he's going for it. Ronaldo's a GOAT. The Martial, he's went for a good price as well, 30-year-old defender, but if he's going to play, and it looks like Leon will play for back 3 if he's seen the PSG game and he was involved, then that could be a really good price for something like that. Bertrand Traore, I'm not really that interested in, but again, if he plays often enough, he's definitely got the talent. Tete, I think, is injured at the moment. I'm not really too concerned about him. This kind of South Korean goalkeeper, I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me that he's a baller or whatever, but I can't really be arsed. I'm not there yet where I need to get involved in South Korean football. Morgan Sanson, Tapsoba. I've got a couple of minutes left to go. Morgan Sanson, Thauvin, Rongier, Radjonic. Actually, I've got a lot of really good similar players. Payet, of course. It's quite a good choice there. But again, all those players, there's a game time to be shared amongst them, so being careful what ones you buy. And I think probably Thauvin's one of the favourites. The Payet start more often than not, which is why his price is reflected in such a way. Saul's really good. Jonathan Coney. Kone is one of these funny ones. I've always liked Bamba better, but Kone seems to be more favoured. He's been brought into the France squad and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's mad. 0.3. Fair play, man. He's 19. You're going to hold him for life potentially. Messi the GOAT. He could win you a shitload of stuff. 4-2-4. for Florian Tovan. Oh, they've went away. 4-2-4, Florian Tovan. Starting to sweep up now. So, yeah, it's nothing here that I'm really going to be going for, I suppose. I'm definitely more interested in the stuff further down the order of events. I'm just going to go back to the comment section, see what you guys are up to over there. A lot of the values are linked to the overall supply. Yep. Yeah, obviously, yeah, you're quite right there, blockchain. More managers as well, it kind of then balances out against more circulation, as long as that happens. Koki was a great deal, I would agree with you. What's special about Song? Is it the goalkeeper? It'll be, mate, that he's really, he probably starts for his team. He's 22. He's probably decent. That's all it needs to be. So you can play him under 23s. If he is starting, then he's playing. And if he is decent to boot on top of that, then that's 3 major boxes ticked. You get a lot of utility out of that card on this game, because you can enter him basically in any tournament. He's the main choice for the top team. Oh, it's the top team in the league. There you go. So fair play. Fair play. And he's a blue as well, which is even more jacked up. Look at him. 2.117. Wow. Wonder who's winning that. I'm not going to click into it because I quite like just seeing everything pan down. Tapsoba, he's got a lot of promise in him. He will be playing Europa League football, which is on the SoFi fantasy set up now, Europa League and Champions League football. So it's a good time to buy him. Being 20 in the season he's had so far, that's probably a decent enough price to pay for him, I would say, around about where it's at now. I was I'm a little bit tempted by the song. I've got him comment already. If he's anywhere near this, I have to bid for him. I just think that's ridiculous. Same with the Coney. I think people are just maybe waiting until, I don't know. And I say, you just don't know how some of these are going to pan out. Like, he went for 2.117 to Zlatan Ur. Zlatan Ur has got a lot of big cards, I've noticed. Like, whenever I'm just scrolling through this, looking at the unique ones, how much did that go for? Or the super rares, whatever. So I've been looking at a lot of them recently, trying to gauge price and value and that kind of stuff. This Zlatan Ur guy, he's got some rig out. Tapsoba's went fair price. Again, just that under 23 thing gives you a concrete utility value, on top of that. Being a top player, starting a good team on really any major level where you can win games more often than not is definitely something that ticks a lot of boxes and brings a lot of value. Song of Guez, I think we'll chuck a bit in. I don't even think I got that. No, it's went ahead of me. Messi the Goat's got Morgan Sanson. Messi the Goat's out to build up that gallery tonight. 1.2, 1.3. Song of Guez is starting to move. He is 24. It's probably about as high as I'm willing to go on him, to be honest. Yeah, 146 is good. It's too good. Too good not to get that price for me. So I've got him common, so I've had a kind of test run of him, And as I say, playing Champions League football, I back Atletico to get to the final. So I'm quite happy with that. Do you know what? I'll do a bid for this as well, actually. Oh, something's flipped. Oh, no, Coney's ran away. I don't know if I want to pay that for a Coney. No, I don't. I would, but not tonight. Not tonight. Oh, I'm bidded at a song as well. Fair enough. Somebody's getting a good deal still. That's just not for me now. Yeah, not for me. Not tonight. I've got an agenda. We need to get some strikers. We need to get just a bit more beef in it. I need a blue. I want a blue. Yes, it does, Kian. He went for a shitload of money. He went for 2.117 Ethereum. Ethereum is close to, is around the 300 quid mark ish now, so over £600 easily. Yeah, I know, it's mad, isn't it? The thing that got me is Grant, that runs Football Index Scotland. retweeted it, and it was the unique Ronaldo went for $12,000. And as soon as I seen that, I was like, "What is this? What is this? Show me your black magic." I just couldn't believe it, and I've been here ever since, basically. Oh, they're both going a bit now. I think people have kind of got interested in those two guys. They're very good, very, very good midfielders. Coney, by the way, the more I'm thinking about it, no, just not tonight. Coney, he does have that recent link to Borussia Dortmund if Sancho leaves. So, somebody's probably got a fucking bargain there, by the way. There'll be more. Cliver. See, Renan Lodi, jeez, look at the price he's going for. He's the left back, Trippier's right back. So, I'm happy that he's going for that price. He's under 23. He's much younger. He's at the beginning of his career. So that's why he's got a bit more value. Alex Mitt, by the way, that's kind of went under my radar there. I've missed that. Would I have paid that? He's a top-end goalkeeper as well. Very well sought after. Pretty much rotation in and out with Ospina from the brief kind of analysis I did over the fixtures recently. Justin Cliver, I'm a big fan of from Football Index. I would pay something like that for him. No problem. It's probably a bit as high as I would go. It's a good little power hour tonight, by the way. I like the way this is all kind of staged out. I'm quite happy with the amount of funds I've got. I've not seen anything where I'm like that. I have to make sure that I get that one. I've not, nothing's really came to me like that yet. Where I've scrolled through this, there's a few things I'm like, yeah, if I got that cheap enough, or if I got this, Florentino Luis, I'd love to have him, but Ruben Diaz as well. Grant, I think Grant he's got Ruben Diaz anyway. I don't know if it's a blue one, but it's scored fucking huge points for him a few times, I think. A blue attacker is what I was really after tonight. I don't think I'm getting it. All the players you would want to own are here, Yeah, that is still the end of power hour. It's finishing off with a bang, with the big four. Yeah, I would call the big four anyway. Havertz, Cherky, Oar, Felix. If you've got those four, I'd probably put Delict on top of that as well. And then name any good under 23 goalkeeper. But if you had that as a 6, you could probably just, that's all you would really need for this for the rest of your life, probably. Yeah, really good players. Really, really good. Big All Black. 26, I suppose, young enough for a keeper. Moussa Dembele. Do you know what? I would have him. He's not a blue striker, but I do have Depay. I suppose if Depay goes to Dortmund, that'd be class, wouldn't it? Just go check the comment section, guys, to see what you're giving it. Jesus, that's mad. It is mad, mate. 12k for Ronaldo. I know. Rossi. Oh, is Rossi? Have I missed Rossi? Let's see what he went for. It'll be something big anyway. I think we have missed Rossi. No? I don't think I'm involved in the Clivert anymore if it's still going. Or maybe I did. No. Jamie 88. Well done to you, son. Glabella got the blue. Oh, Rossi's still going. Oh, yeah. Sumer, that's a good price for a Sumer, by the way. I'm not really interested in Sumer right now. It's a wee bit too defensive for me. If I'm going to get another midfielder, I want, I don't know, kind of want a Tovan, to be honest with you. Diego Rossi, I'd have in a heartbeat, man. He's, for me, he's a must-buy if you've got money. If you've got big money, he's a must-buy. 21 LAFC, scoring goals for fun. Will have to move to Europe at some point, Yeah. 1.5 is around. He's probably what he's going to finish at. NK150, well done to you on your Sumer. The Renan Lodi, by the way, that's a beast of a card to have also. Because he has class. He's had a really good debut season from what I've seen anyway. So, I'd buy Dubois, I'd buy Denier, I'd buy this, I'd buy Bradrich, I'd buy this one, I'd buy that. But I've got so many defenders, man. I do this with everything. I end up buying like defensive midfielders and defenders so often and putting value in them. They seem to be the players that I seem to be good at identifying. They're just never really that. Oh, Jesus, look at the Koulibaly. They're just not that sexy. So, Jesus. Good thing I'm not after a top defender, eh? Koulibaly. Is he transferring? Well, he'll be playing Champions League, I suppose, and they'll get a good chance of putting Barca out, by the way, Napoli, you know. Vlachodimos. Do we throw our hat in the ring on the Vlachodimos? If he stays cheap enough, we'll definitely have a go at it. But, Diego Rossi, where did you finish at? Yeah, wow, 1.5. That's a really good price, man. If I had that, I'd have probably went for him. Just a wee bit off it. I almost if that was ticking down and I thought I could get that, I'd have done it. Definitely. Just went beyond me just before I realised it. And even if I did go in it, somebody was about to pay more anyway, so I wouldn't have won it. Yeah, Mika, well done on your Toko Ekambi. 26-year-old forward. Leo Dubois, I think played Brown against PSG, by the way. He's a really good defender to pick up. John Lucas, don't really know much about. Vlachodimos, I know I'm not pronouncing this properly, but around that kind of price, he is still appealing. Tavares. Feels like we're all just watching it, you know, like 4 squares at a time, because there's not much action going on away from that, you know. Alex Taylor is a beastie card. Again, it's another defender. You know, need forwards, There's no fucking blues I would want, man. I was really after a big blue. And Ruben Diaz is a big blue, I would say, but he's a fucking defender. You know what I mean? There's a really good haunch of cards here, but there's just not the... I don't even know what blue attacker I could really afford, especially in this kind of power hour situation, not like a 4 a.m. sniping. Like that Trippier was a 4 a.m. deadline, and I set an alarm for it, and I got up, and must have just been the only one that done it. I got him for, you know, an absolute steal, you know. So that's part of the good thing has been all about. There's just 24 hours a day. There's IPOs all the time. This power hour is just an organised heads up of we're going to do this. And actually, on the Discord channel, they'd done an announcement letting us know about the IPOs basically for the rest of the week. So after this, they're going to be doing tournament players. Following Power Hour, we have put up for auction players that are from the 4 MLS teams that are in the semi-finals, as well as the 3 teams that are playing Europa League. You know, so all those players are there. If you're new and you're just joining on, you can acquire these players quick enough to get involved at a good level quick enough. And then after that, it's going to be League One players. Next week will be 2 days of players from League One teams. So Lyon, Marseille, Nantes, and Saint Etienne. So we know the IPO structure. It's not a surprise to us. You're not waking up every day. And don't get me wrong, outside of these announcements, it is just RNG, I believe. You know, they just churn them out. They do keep some of them as prizes, you know, so they're distributed for prizes only. So it probably not quite RNG, but won't be too far off that. Oh, Vlachodimos is up to... That's why we need to bid 3, 2, 1. Takes me, but nah, it's a wee bit much for the Vlachodimos. Yeah, it's a wee bit much for me. Yeah. Messi, the goat is going hard tonight. Iconi on the secondary market for 246. Great shout. Great shout. It's always important to check that, by the way. I'm just not diving into this. And well, Bobby Bisco, the Ronaldo price is unique, so he's got a massive multiplier. And see the points he scores. It's even if he only, because on SoRare, that card you can use that. Like, see the guys in the group in the comment section, blockchain. You'll never walk alone. He's got a Guilherme Ochoa from when he was in Belgium, but now he's in Mexico. You know, and it's eligible. You know, it's in. There's no PB leagues. It's any Opta covered league. The card is playing. So even if Ronaldo goes to China or fucking America, it doesn't matter. That card will still be as powerful. He's just not got a long lifespan on it before he retires. You know, he's maybe got at best 4 or 5 years at best. You know, so that's the downside. But what can he win in the meantime? He's jacked up. You know, especially if he does go to shit leagues. You know, he scores 5 goals a game. You know, so it depends how you quantify the value, I suppose. And checking out some of these things on the secondary market, I would definitely recommend that if you're not doing this on stream. Who's the current most expensive card at the moment? Yeah, it's probably that Ronaldo. No, Messi has not IPO'd because we don't have the Barcelona aren't licensed yet. But imagine when I think PSG can't be too far away if they've got Marseille and Lyon, and that's a French company. You know, imagine when they get Neymar and this kind of stuff. Jean Lucas is going quite cheap, so if you rate him, you could have got him for a bargain. With Lashadomus, yeah, he's still going. No chance. Not for me tonight. Bradrich, that's a great price as well. Up and coming defender. Coney, Koulibaly. Do you know, if I didn't have so many workable defenders at the moment, that's a great. He's 28. It's hard. But you do pay more for the younger players. It's just matter of fact. Tavares is all right. Marcello, Joachim Anderson. I've got too many defenders, and I keep getting attracted to more defenders. I can't help it. Insigne. Yeah. So yeah, it's been mad. I don't a lot of the prices. All the prices haven't really surprised me so far. There's nothing jumping out here. I'm seeing it going, whoa, that was crazy. But I can't say it enough. I wanted a blue attacker I could afford. You know, that's what I wanted. Is I wanted to get a beast of a player in, brand new, somebody with whatever. I had a wee list. I thought probably not going to be able to afford half these guys, and none of them even bloody showed up. I think the weird that Dybala's not here. I wonder if all his cards have been issued. Because surely Dybala, and Ronaldo for that matter, surely they have to be amongst the most followed, and they can't all be out in circulation. I can't imagine that anyway. I'm surprised Fekir isn't here. I was hoping Fekir would show up, and if he was going for a sizable price, I might have went for him. It's a charity bake sale on. I had to get a cake. Good thing about the secondary market as well is it gives you a good gauge on, well, see when it is like, see if there was one I was proper zoned into. That's the first thing I would do is check the secondary market and go, right, where's the card valued and out? Is it available elsewhere? Is it on the market? What's it going for? What levels are they? And then feel your way through the auction that way. You can do that for a lot of these players. I'm just not going to be clicking through it just for the benefit of the stream. I just don't want to take any risks for the screen going jittery or being a pain in the backside or whatever. Do you know, the big boys at the end, if I'm in a situation, like what I need to do is I need to get a goalkeeper and a forward, right? I think that pretty much has to be what happens now. I need a goalkeeper and a forward. Or did I get a midfielder? Let me check the gallery one more. I'm going to put this back up to the top. Let's see if there's any options about to close. Flash of Domus, is he still going? He must be gone. 2 minutes ago. Hakran, well done. Idrissa, well done. Tavares has just went for, I would say, a quite good price. Marcello's a bit older. Joachim Anderson. Oh, do you know what I was going to do when I was bidding on things? Boom, 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 boom. Put the light on, red. Boom, 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 boom. Do we outbid on that? I think we might have. Yeah, let's say. Yeah. Right, let's go check the gallery. So I think with midfielders as well, is I've got some good midfielders, but I don't. So Martinez. So I'm kind of sitting on a bit of time on some players. Midfield, Dali. Some non-entities. Guamares. Ferran Torres. Lee Kang-in. Yeah, I could probably do with a good midfielder, I suppose. Just definitely not defenders, really. Happy enough with the Belgian defenders I've got, with the Trippier, even with the MLS ones, I'm happy with them as well. I think I've got a really good kind of setup going across the board. Definitely. Joachim Andersen, by the way, is very, very appealing. I know he's not in under 23s anymore, but he wins PB if you run Football Index. This guy's decent as well. Dzeko's going ever strong. So it's just the fact he's playing Europa League, I think, kind of jacks that up. Well, they get who's it they've got? Is it Gladbach or something like that? I don't know if they're Sevilla. Roma are not certain to go through. I know that anyway. So that makes it a bit risky for me. Insigne. I fancy that Napoli could turn Barca over and then play Bayern in the next round and get fucked. So, who's it? Diaby. Could be interesting. I was really close to buying a Paulinho on an auction last night, and I thought, no, I'll save it for this in case I can afford him in blue. I don't even know if that's possible with the amount I've got here, but is that even fucking here? I was just so determined. I'll get a blue forward. Definitely the forward. A midfielder, I suppose. A goalkeeper. I can't either lot, don't I? For my budget, I don't know if I'll get everything I want, especially in ideal situations. Like if I got all black, there's no way I could get anything else of real worth, I don't think. If I got like Felix or Cherky or something like that, again, I wouldn't really have much leftovers to get other ones. Anthony Lopez, see if I can get him cheap enough. He'd be decent. Magnan, I've never seen play. Lafon, I've never seen play, but his stats are good and he's really young. I like him. All black will just be too much, man. I know it. I could afford him tonight, I think. I think I would win an auction for him if I chased him, but it would take a lot of damage. You guys aren't here. Any news involved? Oh, did Insigne get injured yesterday? Oh, I didn't even know that. I've been totally... Oh, missed that. At SR Mertens, you say? Blockchain, you're probably going to want my balance because you can see it. So no. Do you like Mertens? I seen a wee documentary on BT the other day. No. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Didn't realise. That's what happened to that Koulibaly. I thought that was just something mental. Insigne hamstring. Oh, fuck that then. Wasn't really that. SR Mertens, but blockchain does a deal for 0.285. Just because we're mates in that. Are any of you guys involved in auctions tonight? Are you new? Have you got an account? Are you thinking about an account? Have you got any questions or whatever? The guys in the chat with his blockchain, You'll Never Walk Alone he's a whale. He's a don. He's got all this stuff. So if you good guy to answer questions as well, if anything I wouldn't know the answer to. Looking at the thing that's there tonight, I just can't get away from the fact I'm not going to get a blue striker tonight. I just had my fucking heart set on it. It's not even it's all defenders, man. Which is fine if that's what you need. It's not what I need. I'm being selfish. Samoa. I think the scale of the auctions do feel well balanced. I think I like the fact that they're ending with 4 biggies. The 4 big boys. Oh, Chief Bouquet, I've seen you about. You're on Twitter with me. Well done on what could be your first super rare 19-year-old defender in Leon. Well done to you, sir. Well done to you. Dzeko's went as well. Insigne's went with a hamstring injury at 0.332 in today's market. That is if it's a hamstring injury, he's out for a couple of months, man. Stop playing Champions League. Ouch. Alex Tellez. That's like really good price for him. He could transfer from Porto easily, scores really well, and like actually scores goals, you know. But I don't need a defender. That's the problem. That's the problem. Oh, Diaby went. Decent price for him. Messi, the GOAT, is going for it. Melvin Bard, not interested. Anthony Lopez. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's not my he's not my top choice. There's like 3 chances I've got. I've got Lafont. I've got All Black. Is there not a choice? I don't know how many goalkeepers are left actually. Yeah, it's just All Black and Lafont, isn't it? After this, Anthony Lopez. None of them are playing European football. Oh, well, Mangan's still there. He'll be playing European football. Does the Leo goalkeeper become an option? Yeah, 0.3. Yeah, pass on him. Maxwell Cornet could be a decent 4 to pick up on the cheap, by the way. Ferran Torres, level 7 for me. Wonder what he goes for tonight. Be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Mike Mayanin. I like Fabian Ruiz a lot, by the way, and Fabian Ruiz is a kind of midfielder that I'm after. I don't want somebody that's a bit. I like Ferran Torres, right? But Ferran Torres, number one, being at City means he will be rotated, and that kind of player anyway, they do pick up niggles and injuries, and they might be out for a game here, make it rested, or you know. You like to have those players that are definitely playing and definitely like robust enough to go through 40 games or something like that a season. It's like Tovan, injury prone, these, What did Tovan go for earlier? It was like 0.4, wasn't it? Fabian Ruiz, much younger in football terms, still at Napoli, Spanish. He'll go for more than 0.4 by that logic. Gabriel Magalhaes going for much more than what I paid for him, like $50, whatever the screen normally shows. The first purchase I made. See, the thing I like about this SoRare, right, that I can't say enough, is there's a lot of really good players out there that are just not on Footstock, and they're not really worth having on Football Index. But with Football Index, it's about like making your football knowledge work for you. And if they're in this, by the way, then boom. It doesn't matter what league they're in. PB, non-PB doesn't exist. There's a fixed amount. There's just so much to like about it in that respect. So the first thing I did was I thought, right, who's the Football Index players that are really good that are in this, but are shit to have on? I would never really put money in them on Football Index. And I got Gabriel Magalhaes. I got Ferran Torres. I got basically my main first kind of clutch. I got Depay. I would buy Depay on Football Index, but I paid like $140 from on this. The equivalent of that in pound in my Football Index account. I reckon my money would do more damage here in the instance of a Memphis Depay for that amount of money at that time, which is now went up, which is good. But yeah, so somebody like Fabian Ruiz would appeal to me, especially having Champions League football, and I think they've got a chance against Barca. I don't think I've got a chance against Bayern, so I really did buy them for 2 games if you think they'll go through. It's really a coin toss. You'd never back against Barca in Europe, if you're a sane man anyway, or not a Napoli fan. But yeah, I can't say enough that I really do like, and I know it is the top 60 most followed. I do feel that there's not really a Juventus presence here at all. Oh, there's bundles. Oh, somebody said to me, don't forget the bundles. And I've forgotten the bundles. Where the fuck are they? Bundles. Maybe should have checked these out. There's 2 bundles going up tonight, wasn't there? Oh, have I missed one? Fuck. Wonder what was in it. That's a fucking belter, by the way. Ronaldo Dybala. There's no way that goes for that amount of money. That's just, it has to go big. There's no goalkeeper there. Imagine I bought that. No fucking goalkeeper. I wish I didn't fucking miss it. I'm so sorry, guys. I missed the first bundle. Unless, yeah, that's probably the only bundle. Wonder for the Juventus one as well. Maybe Marseille. That was such a tip. The Ruiz will go for a fair price. 0.5 maybe? Is that, I guess, worth having? Mining. He's going for big money as well, I think. And Ferran Torres, 0.448. He's 19 as well. So, yeah, those young 0.448 for Ferran Torres. I think it's the whole Pep roulette thing. You know, he's not guaranteed to play every week. It does kind of limit him a bit, whereas Fabian Ruiz and Tovan, fit and healthy, they'll be playing. Fabio Silva went for a lot of money the other day, and I wouldn't mind having him if I could get him sneaky on the cheap, but not a player I'm ready right now to pay big money for. Look at the Ruben Diaz; he's already at 0.484. He has a tank in this, and again on Football Index, would you really put your money into him right now? Would you put like however much it's going to cost to get that IPO? And that's so as you can see there, just underneath his name, it says 9 out of 10. So it tells you on the face of the card what actual number it is, and up the top left there, you'll see what season it is. So sometimes you'll see older cards, and the design of the card, it makes it quite obvious. But some of them aren't overly obvious, and little things like that can help you work things out. Yeah. Not really made any moves, have we? Nah, see, I can't get away from it. I'm so buzzing, but for all the when all the seasons are back to normal calendar with what I've got sitting there, I know I could do some proper good results. They're both going for. I've got Gabriel already. I need to remind myself of that. But they're both going for pretty good prices. Gabriel, I think, is going for a bargain, by the way, 0.286. Maybe I'll hear the kids in the background. Sorry, by the way. Fabian Ruiz. That's a good price, by the way. IAS 2000, you've got a very well priced Gabriel, I would say. Especially with the recent transfer links that came out about them. Normally that kind of expected to jump the price up a bit. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we're starting to get to the business end. You know, we're past that halfway point. After this next little, once Florentino Luis goes away, I think that's kind of phase one done of the. We're getting into some big territory. Also, we had the big Korean goalkeeper going out early, and there was one or two other players actually right out of the bat that did pretty well. The Porto goalkeeper did really well. Costa, Diego Lopez, something like that. And now I think after that we then get Blue and Lafont straight away, and then Fabio, Jeffrey Adelaide. Carlos, don't know much about. I'm not going to pass any comments. Those guys are both well rated and highly thought of. Those two guys are ballers. And then, yeah, it's pretty much all the way. It's big players. So, yeah, strap yourself in, guys. This is where it's going to get exciting. What are we going to get involved in? Not really get too much of a clue at the moment, to be honest. We've let too many goalkeepers get away from us. Alban Lafont is definitely one of my preferred purchases in general. Do we pay that for him? But that's a bit fucking much. 0.5. We need to get in. Oof. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see how good this looks. Might look shite. We're winning on it. I think we're going to lose. We're winning on it. Alban Lafont, 0.515. think I'm quite happy with that. Pretty sure I've looked before secondary markets. This feels like the ticker's going extra slow. 14 seconds unopposed so far. 65, 0.592, 0.6. I think I'm just about, there's one on secondary market, 0.499. I think I'm just about fair and square. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Alban Lafont. Boom. Definitely, I must have goalkeeper for me. Done. Playing France. Highly thought of. 20. Boom. Happy with that. Goalkeeper achieved. Now we've got like 0.7. A midfielder and an attacker. It's asking a bit much, isn't it? It's asking a bit much. Alban Lafont, we're happy with that. Getting him in the bag. What was the secondary? I paid 515. Well done to me. Auction 1 on my phone. Congratulations, me. 0.65. No. 592 for a level 3. Do you know what? Difference in price and ranking. I don't really care about that too much. 6 for a level 4. I don't know why you'd put it at half. It's mad. Seguin. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Sweet. Right. I'm going to click on this because that surely isn't correct anymore. We have Alban Lafont. We're turn off the flashing lights. We've done it. Yes! We got our goalkeeper for the France and Belgian leagues and all that start. We've got a Belgian goalkeeper already, Van de Voort, which is cool. But we now have Florentino Luis. That's a really good price to pick him up for. Fabio. Now, when I say a strike, Rennie Adelaide, by the way, he could be a wee sneaky one. 21. We do rate injuries, but he could be very, very good. And that's a potentially really good price if somebody has potential. Under 23 as well. Who else midfield wise is popping about? So goalkeepers, right, breathe a sigh of relief. Goalkeeper is out of the equation. We've done that. Midfielder and or a striker. There's a few knocking about. Who could we afford and who do we want? So we've got Lafont. I think I might be. I've got Depay, so I don't really want to go for Dembele on that basis. Don't like being too congregated, and I know there's not every club in the world on this, but I do like having a kind of variety of club, as well. To an extent, Like for example, like I wouldn't not buy like Benfica players because they have Porto players or anything like that. But equally, I think, if I've already got like 2 Leon players and 2 Lille players, whatever. If I get another one, then I'm basically just buying a wee squad of them, and that's not what I'm up for. I want to peruse. I want to. There's a good wee clutch of midfield force here. So Guimaraes I've got already. Pizzi is the stats are probably phenomenal for him. He's probably really good. Yeah, no, Black. See if he goes for something that I would have probably paid, and then maybe I'll be able to get one other thing. I will be a little bit upset at myself. Owar, definitely have. How much will he go for? But let's check on the phone what the secondary says. Rennie Adelaide has went for 238. That Renato Sanchez bid is a bit of a market killer because you can just go get him secondary market about that price now. I was actually a wee bit interested in him, but now that I think I can maybe just buy him, then I'll just sit him out because the price I would pay for him, you know, where the auctions got to. I wonder about. Honestly, I don't like doing this because sometimes it makes a bloody backside yet. See who's getting involved. I should have probably done this from the beginning. First time we've managed to pivot our live actually working. Normally the audio plays off and whatever, but yeah. Let's look at the Boubacar Kamara, just under the $700 mark. He's a super rare. You'd love to have Footy Phil. He knows where the football talent is. Chief Bouquet going for it as well. Must have buy if you can get Boubacar Kamara, super rare. Wow, well done to you, Footy Phil, if you get him. Zaniolo, I wonder if it's Zaniolo. What does he go for? Secondary. PC, Spanish, Depay, All Black, not interested. War. Tried to do a wee bit of scouting on my phone. So I just don't take any risks for the stream. I don't want to go all boggly on us. So let's see, Zaniolo. So what you do is you go click onto the auction, then you scroll down to the bottom, hit on the actual player, and you get into his thing, and you hit cards, and you can see who's up for sale at the moment. So 0.7. It's the cheapest one, Zaniolo. Bum 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 bum. My font and Zaniolo, that'd be good. Yeah, that Sanchez auction has been killed. Whoever bid that free. Oh, I wouldn't really go above that now. Just paying 5.16 for him. It's a really good price and everything. It's cheaper than what you can get out there. It's Nicolo Zaniolo, but I've got another few things that I wouldn't mind at least having a shot at. I'm a dirty bastard. I'm a dirty bastard. Oh, I'm a dirty bastard. Oh, I'm a dirty bastard. Oh, I'm a dirty bastard. I'm just pure thinking it over myself. I'm like, fucking do it. Just do it. Fuck it. Aye. Let's see if we get him or not. Let's see if we get him. I'm happy. But about 0.5 for Zaniolo. I would do that. Yeah. The only other chance I've got is maybe a War. But I'd rather have Zaniolo than a War. I'm not going to have the money for Havertz. And by virtue of me getting two things, hopefully, I'm not going to have money for Felix. Probably not Dembele either. So I'm kind of thinking Zaniolo or one thing. Zaniolo wouldn't be a bad one thing. Yeah, I'll have that. Bird in the hand's worth two in the bush. We might not get some of these other big ones. I'm happy to get that. It's the kind of midfielder I was after. I know he's just back from a big injury. But I feel like that was a freak, and it's not like niggles, like out for 2 weeks, out for a week. It was a big fucking thing. Samoa, I hope somebody gets him at a good price because he is very good. Dembele, with what I've got left, I don't even think we're even in the running anymore now, guys, for anything on the. So we're at 770, and then we dropped to 515 on Zaniolo. Auction 1, Zaniolo will take you. So we've got 254 left. I don't think we're going to be involved in anything now, guys. Auction wise, I'll watch along obviously, and we'll see how the prices drop. Happy with the Zaniolo. Yeah, not gonna get Cherokee for that price. 254. Is there any like? Yeah, there's no chance. Brilliant. So we get Alban Lafont, we get Zaniolo. I still think I'm a bit light for strikers, especially I recently got Pity Martinez, kind of as a longer term one because Atlanta are not in MLS now for the rest of this kind of campaign. Got Depay, who's great. Got Ronaldo, who's great. So we need Ronaldo. So I've got Depay, Leon, Juve, the Champions League. It's going to knock out some of my cards for this kind of short term tournament entries. So I still think I'm a bit late. I've got Jordan Larson as well. Russia's coming back soon, I suppose. So I need another. I think I need another little bit of firepower. That's my kind of gut. I'm happy. I'm happy. I've got. Yeah, I see. I'm still a little bit disappointed. I never had a blue available to me, which is why picking up like an Alban Lafont and a Zaniolo, like there were must-haves, and I'm really glad I've now got them. But I had a bit of buzz. Like I'm going to go out and get a big fucking beastie card. I'm going to put all my wedge on one thing, and I've ended up picking up two things I've been eyeing up for ages at fairly good prices. I'm quite happy with how I've done. The Guamanish goes for a good price, and the Depay, goes for a good price as well. Well done to you. The Dembele, did not see that coming. All Black, if I never got that Lafont, I could have put a bid on that All Black. Would I have got All Black? Who knows? When you leave it to the end, you just don't know how it's all pan out. How far would you go? War and Dembele, I do like them both. I like the fact that Alban Lafont is at a smaller club, so you're almost certainly not going to be replaced or have any pressure come under them to replace him if they rate him highly. And then because they rate him highly as a small club, chances of them moving on appeals to me. That's why I like him. João Felix. Cherokee, we're not going anywhere near Cherokee. And look at the Havertz, he's up at fucking hell, man. Havertz is big time already. What's one after this? Is there a few wee sneaky peekies? Andy Polo. Jesus. Okay. Nothing else on for watching tonight after this little. So the big hitters are coming in. All Black is went for 0.725. We could have maybe put a bid on him. It wiped us out. I'm still quite happy to have a bit of a balance coming out the other side of this, having got two solid purchases. Dembele is going for 0.827. That cannot be the cheapest you can get a Dembele for the now. Messi, the GOAT, by the way, he's been powering through these fucking auctions, and he must have picked up about 4 or 5 cards. 1.1, 0.65 for a level 4. Messi, the GOAT. I think you just threw a wee bit of money away there, son. 0.75, 0.67, 0.9. Oh, okay, pal. I do feel bad for you. Husam Awar, 3.9. Very good price for him. Fork. Oh, the Felix cannot be that far behind the valuation of a Dembele. Some people will put more value as well on getting them out of auction, being first owner. Some people do put value on that, and fair play if you do. That's your decision. If anything, I just want the thing to be as strong as possible. Don't give a fuck how many people. You want to see my Crepin Diatta, by the way? You can go into my gallery and click on his thing. You can see his full history. The guy's been fucking passed about, man. Like, so I'm actually surprised how low he went for. I wonder what the secondary market's like on him, because I think that's a relatively 0.39. I think that's a decent price for him. The Felix, do you know what? In my head, if he said to me, where will Felix go, I'd have probably thought something like Dembele's price, like 0.8 or something. Especially with Champions League coming up. Would I have put 0.8 of my money into Felix? No, I don't think I would have. I'd probably got that a while, but 0.39. I don't wonder about this. Cherky's always going to be going for big money. And Havertz going to Chelsea. Looks like he's going to Chelsea. Looks like also be playing Europa League football for Leverkusen. So in terms of this, SoRare, there's just, I don't think there's a better premium player you could feasibly go and buy and say that's a safe investment. You know, in any meaning of the word, you know, gamble responsibly, 18 plus and all that. This isn't gambling, you know, this is fantasy football. It's paid to enter fantasy football. That's basically all this is. But because you do have the element of trading the card, that's where we get a marketplace and where we get value. Alan Patrick, he cannot be involved in the power hour. No, he's not. It's 1 hour. Sorry, I was tripping there for a second. 1 hour, 5 minutes, or whatever. Yeah. 1 hour 2. I just thought I said 2 minutes left. Oh, Havertz is going in 20 seconds, 1.209. That means Felix has went for 682. Cherky's on his way out for 755. I think that's a good price for him, isn't it? And that's been power hour, guys. We are there and we are done. Oh, Havertz is going all the way. Havertz is going all the way. Can we watch the thing from here? Does that look better? Yeah, it does. There we go. Oh, Chief Beaucaire the third. Surt is involved in there as well. So is Banzai. I think you're in the comment section. But oh, guys, I've not been back here in forever. I've not been back in the comment section forever. Sorry, guys. They didn't even say anything. Brilliant. So, where is Havertz? Oh, it's done. Oh, somebody else came in. How much did they pay? Tell me how much he paid. 1.29. Oh, it's that guy. Well done to you, son. That's been power hour, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. In summary, let's see. We got ourselves auction 1. We got Zaniolo 0.515, and we also got our Alban Lafont 516. We basically paid this. Basically paid the same for both. I never really noticed that. So yeah, brilliant, guys. Well buzzing. The gallery. I still want another blue, and I'm a wee bit annoyed at myself that I've not went out and got a blue with that money. But there was no blues in that auction that I would have chased down. There was none in the secondary market I was really looking at, but I was thinking, could this guy come out? Could that guy come out? That I could actually really afford, I don't think. So I don't my. So you see, look, the ones that went out of season, you'll see there's a lighter tinge on this Matt Stally than there is the Johnny Russell. Or even the Schubert in this, you know, the Cisniga. So still says season at the bottom of that, but I have noticed there's a sheen come off some of them. It's weird. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining us. It's been great. Hope you've had fun. If you were involved in the auction, I hope you got some action. You got something you were after. Something left this on. Sorry. Oh, boom, boom. Oh, boom. There we go. Sorted. If you're new around here, like, share, subscribe, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.